Hey there, YouTube Converse family, here to discuss with you a subject that does touch me personally, and on my main channel I did make a video about it, but I'm going to actually delete that video because this new video is going to replace this video, that video. Actually, I won't delete the video, but anyway, whatever, forget it. This subject is about Steve Jobs dying. As everyone knows, he has taken his third leave from Apple. That has been since the past in the past several years, his third leave, so he can focus on his health. That was announced on January 17th. As we know, Steve Jobs is a pancreatic cancer survivor. Pancreatic cancer is the worst cancer you can get, hands down, in my opinion. Not in the opinion of others, but it's virtually uncurable, except with some very surgeries. And he did have the best, I guess, the best pancreatic cancer you could get, because it was the most treatable. He had a surgery done known as the Whipple procedure, which I forget exactly what goes into the Whipple procedure, but I know it's like cutting out the cancerous parts and connecting the pancreas to something. I don't really know the details of the surgery, but he did have that surgery. In 2009, he had a liver transplant, which in itself is a kind of a risky procedure. A liver transplant, and is usually hard to come by. Looking at all of that has gone into it, he's a strong guy. He's strong-willed, and I don't know how else to explain it, but I feel like he's not gonna die. I feel that we'll see him doing his keynotes for a very long time after this, and that's just from a hope part. On the other hand, we also have to look at the fact that he is a pancreatic cancer survivor, and have to look at all those reasons: liver transplant, Whipple procedure, all that. It's also worn him down. You know, I hate to say it that way, but he has survived so much, and his cancer could be in remission, and which in that case, I don't see how he would pull through, because he's already had the Whipple procedure. Chemotherapy and radiation therapy, I heard, don't tend to work on pancreatic cancer for some reason. Pancreatic cancer is actually caused by, it's genetic. Like your mother or father will carry the cell, the gene. It's like a gene mutation kind of thing. You know, like all cancers are, but particularly pancreatic cancer. It's a very horrible disease. I don't wish it on anyone. Looking at all of that, yes, Steve Jobs is a really strong man, but he has gone through so much, and this might be it. We don't know. We don't know, though. So, next thing is, people have, in the tabloids, have been looking at photos from National Enquirer. And we have to remember what National Enquirer is. It's not a very reliable news source. It's the least reliable in the world. They could have just photoshopped pictures, and they show him almost looking skeletal, almost like a skeleton. And today I actually did view the photos of him at the White House, and even though he did look a tad bit thinner, he didn't look that much thinner from when I saw him announcing, I believe, the iPhone 4 or iPad or even the MacBook Air. He didn't look that much thinner. He's just gotten thin over the years, mainly the fact he's getting older, and he suffers from pancreatic cancer. Pancreatic cancer survivor, and he had a liver transplant, and I see him returning to Apple eventually, but I don't believe he's going to die in 6 weeks. In my opinion, I root with 100% confidence that he will pull through, and I really hope he does, because he is one of my heroes. He's a really cool guy. We need creative people like him in the world. Next subject is, there are actually people who say they'll celebrate Steve Jobs' death. And to the people who say that, I go, how dare you? How dare you, honestly? I don't care if you're Mac, PC, I don't even care if you're a computer person. Why are you going to celebrate an innocent, creative man's death? He is an innocent man. We need more creative-minded people like him in the world. You know, personally, I don't like Bill Gates, but I don't wish death on him. I don't wish that happening to him at all. And, you know, really watch what you say, people. Whether or not you like Steve Jobs, you hate Steve Jobs, I don't think you have any opinion of, I don't think you should have any hateful opinion of Steve Jobs until you actually spend time with Steve Jobs. I haven't spent time with Steve Jobs, obviously, but until you actually spent time with Steve Jobs and gotten to know him as a person, keep your mouth shut. Okay, you're a real idiot if you say stuff like that. Like, if Bill Gates was dying, I wouldn't be going like, oh, Bill Gates is dying, I'm going to dance on his grave, da-da-da-da-da. If Steve Ballmer was dying, I'm going to dance on his grave. The guy who invented Google was dying, I wouldn't say that. Why say that? It's really an idiotic thing to say. There's some... First of all, you shouldn't be rooting for death for anyone, but if you're going to root for death for anyone, like, root for death for, like, Osama bin Laden or someone horrible. Don't root for the death of an innocent guy. Root for the death of a serial killer, a guy who killed his pregnant wife, or something. Don't root for that. It's really stupid. Anyway, I just wanted to get all my opinions out there. Whether or not you hate this video, that's just my opinion. I feel the chances are 50-50, in my opinion. It's probably not an accurate opinion at all, but, you know, anyway, Steve Jobs, if you ever watch this video, I'm absolutely rooting for you to get better. I hope you pull through. I know you're really strong-willed and you've survived a lot, so please pull through, because Apple Computer will not be the same without you. Okay? Thanks for watching YouTube, and I'll see you next time.